Guys, I've got a very special guest today, the living legend, the one and only Mark Felix. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Really good. It's really good to see you. Thank you for coming on. I know technology isn't your strong point, so I really want to say thanks for coming on. It's just, we've been friends for a long time, and to have you on the show is a real honor. So thank you.
You're coming.
Good, good. So I just want to see how you're doing to start with. What have you been up to? Obviously, lockdown has affected the whole world recently. We haven't had any competitions to focus on. How has it affected you?
Well, it did affect. It affect me. It's affect everyone, I think. But I've managed to get some work, so I've been working.
You're
And
still
I
able
also
to
been
work?
training. Yeah, I also been working, and I also been training.
How's your training going?
Well, it's going all right. I just have 100K, and one kettlebell and a bench.
So
I'm making use of it.
you've not had a lot to work with then?
I've not had a lot to work with, but I'm making use of it.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people right now, it's just about training for the mental side of things and staying, fit. I haven't had a gym that I can train at, but I've been in the garden doing bits and bobs, going
Right.
on walks with the family. And I think if I had competitions coming up, I'd be a bit stressed about it. But because I'm not, I've been quite laid back and just enjoying, just trying to be a bit lighter and a bit fitter for a few months.
All right. Okay. I've been doing a bit. I've been doing some cardios and stuff.
Yeah.
And also some light training, like 20 reps, higher sets and stuff. So I've been keeping fit. Yeah, it's been good.
To be fair, you've been doing a lot of that type of training for a few years now, haven't you? You focus on maybe some of the CrossFit style workouts and generally keeping your fitness quite high.
Oh, definitely. You need to keep your fitness high up, I mean, when you're my age, you need to stay mobile, so to be strong to keep up with those guys and them.
Well,
yes.
as you've brought the age thing up, we will talk about it very briefly because you are an incredible man. I mean, Mark doesn't need any introduction to anyone, but
I'm 54 years young, as you know.
54 now, did you say?
Yeah.
That's incredible, and still competing at the top level in the sport. That's what keeps you going?
Yeah. Well, it's you just cannot give up. You just gotta keep going. Life meant to live, so you just gotta live it to the fullest. You just have to keep going till you can't go anymore.
That's brilliant. I mean, you did come into the sport late, I guess, and a lot of people don't realize that. I've had many people tell me, they think they're too old to start, and you didn't start training until you didn't start competing till you were 37, I think.
Yeah, I started competing when I was 37 years old. So, I mean, since growing up as a kid, I used to always been active, so from one to another, just keep staying fit. I mean, even before I left Grenada, I mean, I didn't used to sit idle. I used to just get up and go for a run when there is nothing to do. I always like to be active.
So take me back to young Mark in Grenada. What was it like for you living in Grenada when you were, I guess, a child or a teenager?
I used to be everywhere, man. Grenada, the whole of Grenada was mine.
Were you quite an energetic child? You kind of always moving, always active.
Oh yeah, always been active. Yeah, from hunting to swimming to playing sports, doing everything. It's just I was in everything growing up as a kid. Yeah.
What was your favorite sport as a kid?
Well, cricket, of course.
Yeah.
I still love it. Cricket. Yeah.
Do you still play cricket at all?
No, I doesn't play cricket now. I mean, but I watch it when it's on TV and stuff. Yeah. So
I bet with the size of your hands, you'd be amazing at catching.
I'm a very good. I used to wicket keep. I used to be a good keeper.
That's
but
cool.
I used to struggle with the gloves since as a kid. I used to struggle with gloves. So,
You do have the most ridiculously big hands. I mean, I've got quite big hands compared to the average person, and I feel like a little boy when I shake your hand. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's just genetics. My dad had big hands, so and I take it from him.
I saw a picture you just put up recently on Instagram of you. I think it was your brother-in-law's wedding, and
Oh
you
yeah.
could you were a lot smaller in terms of your frame, but you can see these huge hands sticking out of the tucks, and you know you're obviously all
Oh,
naturally very strong in the hands.
oh, definitely. You know, it's. I mean, I used to do a lot of manual stuff growing up as a kid. So just everything is just manual. So you just come get it from there. You know. So I mean, it's just so many things. It's crazy.
I can't believe you couldn't get any goalkeeper gloves. Well, I can believe it because I know how big your hands are, but that's
Yeah.
quite a funny story. But
Oh
you
yeah. Yeah.
did you enjoy playing football?
Not football, cricket.
Oh, just cricket gloves you couldn't get on your hands.
Yeah, we
Okay,
could keep in cricket gloves. Yeah.
yeah. I think you would have been a good goalkeeper in football.
I might have been. Yeah, I was agile. You know, fit. You know, the thing about it, Lars, anything that I do, anything I put my mind on, I always like try to be the best. You know, you just have to give 100%. I don't like to do anything halfway.
It's quite funny. I think most of us involved in the sport, and I would guess most people that are top level athletes in any
Yeah.
sport are very much like that. We're all very driven, and when we set ourselves a goal,
Yeah.
it's 100% focused on being the absolute best you can be. Um,
Well, that's what you have to do, you know. So, I mean, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I always try to do the best of my ability,
yeah,
you know. So, some people don't like to work. I like to work. You know, you just have to do it. You do it when it's hard till it becomes easy.
yeah.
That's me. So I get stuck in straight away with stuff.
Well, obviously with strongman, I know how tough it is, obviously, and you've been doing it a long time. You really
Yeah,
have. I guess maybe only Zadrunas has been competing for longer than you have.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, how many World's Strongest Man contests have you done?
Well, it's 15 was strongest one.
When someone has to really think hard about how many World's Strongest Man
Yeah,
contests
I
they've done,
think yeah.
you know they've done a lot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's good. You know, I mean, I love it. I love
Yeah,
competing. I love being around the guys. I love seeing up and coming athletes. You know, I just admire those guys now.
yeah. I think
It's, yeah,
I tell you, like when I started Strongman, yourself and Ollie Thompson were the two guys I really looked up to in the UK, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
Terry Hollands after that. But
yeah,
you and Ollie were the first two. I remember watching. It must have been Britain's Strongest Man, I think.
yeah,
Oh, I remember watching you on World's Strongest Man 2004 in
yeah,
the Bahamas, and
yeah.
it just looked like a really cool show. The weather looked amazing, but I know since then you had like a lot of storms and stuff, but they always make it look good on TV there. But the event, it just looked like a brutally hard contest. You had to do so
I
many
mean,
events.
yeah, it was hard. You know, it was my first show. I didn't know what to expect. You know, so I still was learning a lot there, looking up to those guys and them like Magnus Savison and Spen Cast and all of those guys and them.
But
Sejunas.
you hadn't been doing strongman very long then, had you?
No, no, that was my first World Strongest Man. I started in 2002, and then in 2004 I went to the World Strongest
That's incredible. So what were you doing? I mean, you were obviously very strong before you started strongman. What were you doing? Were you doing any type of training before you got into strongman?
Man. Yeah, I used to do bodybuilding, like natural bodybuilding. I was a natural bodybuilder before I started strongman, so I always been strong, you know. So I mean, even when I used to work on cruise ships and stuff, I used to do a lot of training on cruise ships. I used to do a lot of pull-ups and stuff. Anyway, you know, in the crew area. I mean, I remember working on cruise ship, and I leave the cruise ship to go and represent my country in bodybuilding shows and stuff, which was really good. I mean, so once I put my mind to something, that's it. I'm going for it.
So how long did you do the bodybuilding for?
About 10 years.
Okay.
Just a bit,
So
yeah.
that obviously built a good foundation for you to move on into the
Yeah,
strongman world.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
What was it
I
that,
mean,
because
well,
in Grenada you had no opportunity to do strongman at all, did you?
no, no, no.
It
Only,
wasn't.
only when I come to England and I was watching I was watching TV and the Strongman was on, and I could see Felix and those guys, and those guys and them was lifting some weight, and I knew I could have lifted those weight those guys and them was lifting because I've been squatting big in those times, it was spot and stuff. So I know I could do all those stuff, but it's just I just didn't have the opportunity then. Till
Well,
one day, the way I was training in the gym, or by me, he organized a strongman show, and then he invited me to make up numbers.
yeah.
That's where I make guns, and so he invited me to make up numbers, and I did it, and I came third. And we just start from there, really.
That's brilliant. I mean, you were always an amazing deadlifter. I mean, that's one of the things you were really known for, particularly early on in your career. Your deadlift was always very, very strong, and your grip strength. Those two things you just blew everyone out the water with. And I've heard a story before. I might be wrong, but your first contest, you won the deadlift. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, when I was doing bodybuilding, I didn't do any deadlifts. But I used to do a lot of back work apart with no deadlifts. So coming up to my first show, they had a deadlift in it. Was 250 for reps. I mean, I never do 250K deadlift for reps. So I went to the gym and because I didn't know how to deadlift really. And then I went to the gym and I pulled 250. I did 3, and I said, right, well, I could do 250. So I go to the show and I did like 14 reps.
I've got a very similar story to that myself as well. It's quite funny how back then we didn't really know what we were capable of because you never pushed yourself, and there wasn't really a lot of competitions and a lot of information available to us. I mean, my first contest, I had to do, I think it was 240 for reps, and the most I'd ever lifted in the gym was like 250 for one. And in the contest, I think I hit like 12 reps or something like that, and beat everyone that was there. It's
amazing.
The first time you sort of really push yourself, you start realizing, okay, actually, I'm not too bad at this. And you were obviously very, very talented, and you progressed to becoming for a while. I mean, obviously now we've got some ridiculous deadlifters, but for a while you were the best deadlifter in the world.
Oh yeah, especially for reps. It's like, reps is just one of my strong point when it's coming to deadlifting. I mean, I still could hold my hand when it's coming to reps. So it's pretty good, decent.
Yeah, even now you're still top 3 always on a deadlift for reps. Doesn't matter who you're up against.
Oh yeah, definitely. I always love doing reps. I think because of my job as well, it's helped me because I use my back a lot. I use my back every day. It's just I use it as part of training as well when I'm working.
You have a very physical job as well. You're not like a lot of these the guys now that just do strongman full time. You're a full time plasterer, but I've spoken to you about this, a few times, and you say it actually helps you because it keeps you fit. It works on your cardio, but you have to physically use your hands all the time, and you get to train while you're working.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, I usually, I won't go for calories. I go for steps. I usually do at least between 10,000 and 12,000 steps per day when I'm working. Burning quite a few calories every day. So I mean, even today, I got my watch on.
Yeah. So you're tracking the amount of steps you take every day.
Like today, I did 10,000 steps today. So I just active.
You're a great example of longevity and how to stay active, because so many of us I'm 37. I'm a much, not being rude, but I'm much younger than you. But you've kind of really focused on living a healthy lifestyle, and that has to be one of the reasons you've been able to keep doing this sport.
Oh, definitely. Fitness is a big part of my life. I just love to keep fit. I love to see people exercising, training, running, anything you do active. Just have to look after yourself. And chance to stay strong.
Is there any other sports that you'd like to try, like as maybe not like a professional level, but I personally, I want to do some CrossFit just for fun, not to be competitive, but I just want to do
Yeah.
it for general fitness. I wondered if there's anything, because obviously, strongman's always your first love, but it gets harder and harder as we get older, and these younger guys just, they keep getting better. So is there other things that you think that you'd like to do just to keep you active?
I mean, to be honest, I would always stay active. I mean, I do a lot of I go down to the cross. I train at the CrossFit gym, so I still do a lot of like physical exercising, like burpees. I also do like plates, overheads, and stuff like that.
You
I
do
have a
burpees.
program.
I hate
Yeah.
burpees with a passion. They're one of my least favorite exercises to do.
No, I still do it. It's part of my program. I have a program here that I'm dealing with. I mean, it's part of my program, so I still do some of it. Yeah.
How many times a week are you training?
I'm training like 4 to 5 times a week now. Yeah.
And have you got,
Yes.
I mean, this year's a real terrible year. So, there was a lot of contests planned, and obviously the COVID happened, so everyone's had to change their plans. But do you have any contests that you're looking at doing? Is there anything kind of lined up that you've heard about or that you've got in your sights that you want to peak for?
Well, yeah, there's a few contests that, I mean, that should be coming up soon. I spoke to Darren the other day, and he mentioned some to me. I mean, once everything clear and they get to go ahead to have the contest, then yeah, I'm available. Yeah, I'm fit, and you still got the worlds later on this year. I already get my invite, so just waiting, just staying fit.
So you're going to go to Worlds this year, definitely.
Yeah. I'll get an invite. Yeah, but
That's
let's see
amazing.
what happens. Yeah.
So are you officially the oldest guy that's competed at Worlds, or is Odd Hogan still?
I think Hogan, he did it when he was, I think, 56 or something like that.
So are you going to plan on beating that?
Well, I just gonna go as long as I could go. Right now,
That's
to be honest, my body feeling great at the moment. I have no aches, no pain, anything like that. So yeah, I'm just want to lift some heavy weight right now.
that's incredible, because I feel like a broken man right now. It's I'm having a break. I need it. My body's just said
I
it's,
think I
it's
think yeah, I think what you should start doing now is start doing some mobility exercises.
yeah, that's my focus right now, is just try and get a
Yeah.
bit fitter, lose some weight, and just keep active and get my body feeling good. But I admire the likes of yourself and Nick Best, who still want to keep coming back and keep competing, because I I like being the best I can be. If I'm not going to be at my best, I don't want to compete.
Yeah.
I either want to go there. It doesn't matter if I don't win. I don't care about winning, but I like to be at the best that I can physically be. And I feel at
Oh,
the moment
definitely.
I can't do that. But do you still feel
Okay.
you can be at your absolute best, or is it just you just genuinely just love the sport and you love competing and being around it?
I mean, I still think I could do a lot. I still think I could do a lot better than I'm doing.
Where do
I
you
was,
what
yeah,
areas do you feel you can still improve in? Because I mean, I want to talk about some of your records and your grip, and that's phenomenal, and we'll talk about that in a second. But what
I
what areas do you
I
still
still want to improve everything. For my deadlift, I still want to improve on my deadlift, to be honest. I want
really?
to lift, yeah, more than I did. I mean, last year when my 420 deadlift was the easiest 420 I ever did. It's went
What
up so easy. Yeah?
what's your I mean, one of my favorite deadlifts that you've done was at the Arnold's, the Hummer deadlift.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just going to ask, is there any particular lifts that stand out in your career, that you're exceptionally proud of?
Well, I did enjoy the Arnold's. Um, I wanted to go back the next year and put on like an extra 40 more K on it, because I know I could have put on 40 more K on that deadlift.
What weight did you pull at the Arnold's?
511 K.
511K, and
Yeah,
that was a world record, wasn't it?
yes, that was a world record, but I could have put on 40 more K on it.
That's crazy. I think lockout strength, like top end of the deadlift, even
Yeah,
now you're still one of the absolute best there is.
Yeah, that's like my strongest part of my deadlift. I mean, once I get it off, if you look back at all my deadlift for fail and deadlift for max, I haven't even get it off the floor. I barely even bend the bar. But once I get it, it will go.
I've always said that about you. I think that's one of the reasons you're so good at reps as well. Because when it's just that tiny bit lighter, as soon as you get it 2 or 3 inches off the floor, there's no way you'll fail. Your lockout is so strong.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go. Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
So,
I'd love to see you have a go on the elephant bar. See what you'd be like on that.
well, I would love to have a go. To be honest, yeah.
To
see what it's like. I reckon I could lift some big weights on it.
I believe so, mate. I remember a training video you did going back years, and I think it was about 460, and you pulled it for 3 or 4 reps. Like it was nothing. you made, and that was without straps, I think, as well.
Oh yeah.
That's.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, to be honest, Lord, I'm still feeling really strong. Like, I don't feel like my age. I feel like 35, 37 around there.
Well, I think we've always kind of spoken about your age, but you just kind of brush it off your back. It's never been an issue to you, has it?
No, I don't think about it, to be honest. If people bring it up, but I don't think about my age.
I guess people are always going to bring it up because it's a great story and it's motivating. I mean, you must motivate so many older guys to get into the sport and prove that it's still possible, even if you do start later. Because everyone talks about the great youngsters and the next big thing, but you came in at 37 and became one of the most legendary British strongmen of all time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I think about it. I don't let age be a barrier for the stuff that I want to do. Why, let it be a barrier? I mean, you should just go and just do what you want to do. I mean, it's a free world. You have one life. Just go and live it.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Right. I want to talk about your Hercules hold records because I mean, you've got a number of grip records. I think at one point, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you had the Rolling Thunder world record. Do you still have that?
Yeah, still, yeah.
The Rolling Thunder is like a thick-handled, rotating, one-handed deadlift. It's all about grip strength. And just, I mean, I'm very good at it, and I think I've done about 120 kilos. But tell everyone what you've lifted on it.
I think 146, only 146K.
There's not many people in the world that can make me look rubbish at grip. But you are, people don't realize how far ahead of the game you are when it comes to grip strength. People talk about Eddie's deadlift and Zydrunas' log lift, but when it comes to grip, Mark is on a level all on his own. The rest of us are kind of down here somewhere. I remember Europe's a few years ago, we did the Hercules hold. Unfortunately, I wasn't in my best shape, but I went out first on the Hercules hold, and it's always a good event for me. And I went and I think I did about 50 seconds, 55 seconds, something like that. And then you went and you did about a minute and a half. And I was just like, damn, I've done really badly here. And even though I went first, I ended up being third on that event. But because you went after me, I thought I'd done so badly, but you were just that far ahead of everyone on it. It was incredible.
Oh no, I always have a good grip. I train grip a lot. Even in the gym and stuff, I do a lot of training with grips. So it's always been a strong point for me.
I think you've got a legitimate claim to having the strongest grip in the world.
Definitely. Well, that's why you say. I wouldn't even say that because I still have a lot of work to do.
Still want to get it better?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, how many times have you broken the Hercules hold record now?
Well, just 3 times in a row. So. And
what's the time that you've got up to right now? What's the world record?
Oh, I can't even remember. There's so many of them. I think it's 1 minute and 28 to 27 seconds.
Okay, well, we'll say approximately 130, just for argument's sake. What do you think you are capable of?
Well, I let go when I see I pass the time, to be honest.
Is that what you've been doing? So you're breaking the record and then saving a bit for next time?
Well, I think you have to do that, But I mean, it was a bit tight. It wasn't as tight as the one in Wembley.
Yeah.
But I work on it a lot more for the Manchester. But that's why I just had to I'll be the Wembley one like that.
Yeah.
But if I have to do it next time, I think I will break it again.
That's incredible. I mean, it's really given your career resurgence because, you know, not being disrespectful, but for a while you were sort of placing lower mid-table in a lot of the contests, and then all of a sudden you just had this one contest where you broke the record. I think your video of it went viral. You know, everyone's seen it, and you just seem like you've got a new lease of life, and you're just full of energy, and you just seem motivated to keep going and keep competing. Because I mean, we've spoken away from cameras, and you weren't sure if you wanted to keep going at one point, but talking to you today, you're like a young, excited newbie.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. You know, I'm missing the shows. I just, you know, when you just want to lift heavy. I mean, since growing up as a kid, I just want to lift heavy. Even when I used to work on cruise ships and stuff, my body just wanted to lift something heavy.
Yeah.
So I still want to do that.
How long did you work on the cruise ships for?
I did 11 years on a cruise ship. Yeah.
And is that how you ended up coming over to England?
Yeah, that's why I ended up over here. Yeah.
Well, we're glad that you did come over because, you know, you, like I said, you are, I mean, we're friends, but you are a legitimate legend of British strongman. You know, you've 15 World's Strongest Man contests, countless, you know, international. I mean, you've competed a lot. Yeah, I think I was talking to Terry the other day, actually, and Terry, yourself, and me have all competed way too much. We've done way too many competitions, but they've given us so many great experiences, the ability to travel all over the world. From your competing, where has been your kind of most enjoyable place to go to?
I mean, to be honest, I always like traveling. Since I'm a kid, I always loved to travel because, I mean, even before I started to go to school, I wanted to travel, to be honest.
Yeah.
So every place I've been, it's just different. You know, different things to see. I mean, I love different places. I mean, there's a lot of favorite places, like, you know, from Canada to the States, especially. I love, like, even Russia's, Ukraine, Poland. I just love all those places. Well, one of my favorite places I was in Sevastopol. That's in Ukraine. That's way by the Black Sea. There, I love them. I think me, Darren, and Ollie, and Eddie, and all of those guys, we went there 1 year, and it was fantastic.
Is that for one of the team comps they did out there?
Yeah, it's for one of the team competition over there.
Yeah, I was talking to Terry about it the other day because we did one as well. And I actually missed those shows. They were always good fun doing the team contests.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. I mean, 4 of us and the driver was trying to fit in a ladder car, you know, in a ladder taxi. You know how small they are.
Yeah.
I mean, like proper squeezing going down the road, you know. It's like amazing.
It's always in Ukraine. They some of the places that we stay in. I mean, you probably stayed in the same place. We were like in a youth hostel, and the food is strange, but the fans out there are just crazy for it. They
love it. You know, it's a nice place to compete, to be honest.
Yeah, there's not so many shows now, but for a while they did a lot of shows out there, didn't they?
Oh yeah, we used to do a lot of shows. I mean, I've been to Ukraine about 11, 12 times to do shows. Yes. Yeah, I've seen Poland and Russia and all these places. Compete so many times in these places. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I think back when you know, I guess we were competing a lot more. It was a bit easier to compete more regularly because the shows weren't as heavy as they are now. There wasn't the professionalism that there is in the sport nowadays. I think, you know, we were good, strong guys. We took it seriously, but there was a little bit more enjoyment going on, if you like. You know, you kind of, it was a little bit more sociable. Whereas
Yeah.
now the sport has got to another level where every single
Oh,
athlete is, they're doing.
definitely. Yes, serious business now is this sport. You know, it's
Sorry, buddy.
growing.
So
It's
just say
growing
that.
that much. You know,
Sorry, Mark.
it's
Just
happening.
say that again. Just broke up slightly.
I say it's growing that big now. It's just get serious now. It's a business.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to be there. Everybody is. It's a job for most of the athletes now. So they have to work hard and just try and go and give the best. They want to compete. They want to be there. You know, so they have to take it serious.
Yeah. Do you prefer the older days or do you prefer it now?
I mean, the older days is just set the platform, but I love it now. I mean, it's a lot more professional now. You know,
I've got to say, I mean, I'm very pleased to see the way the sport's progressing, to see the arenas that we compete in now and the genuine fans, because you and I have done contests, international contests, in front of 3 people and a dog.
oh, definitely. I mean, I did some shows in the past. It's just crazy. I mean, even something I always remember that we went to Quiche Island, and then they kicked us out from Quiche Island because one of the athletes lift up one of the girls, which he shouldn't do. So they kick us out. So the manager ended up in like in police custody and all sorts. And we had to fly us out of Quiche Island, and then we had to spend the rest of the time in flipping Dubai airport then to fly out. Jesus Christ, it's crazy.
I I think you and I have probably both been stuck in many international airports for for a long time over the years. I've had 17-hour layoffs in different places before, and you know that was again the bad organisation of Strongman back in the UK.
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of nights on the airports in the past. Like I sleep on the airport about 10 times.
Yeah. Do you often
That's
get people?
crazy.
You often get people say to you, "Oh, it must be great traveling to all these places," and 9 times out of 10, it literally was travel to the contest. You know, you go to the airport, you travel to the hotel, you go to the arena, and then you reverse it. You don't get to see anything. It was just hotel room and airport, hotel
And
room, airport.
that's it. You know, we don't get to
That's,
see anything.
it's always nice when we do the longer shows where you do get to enjoy. I think Botswana a few years ago for Worlds was a lovely place. You know, there
Oh,
was
yeah,
some
Botswana was good. Yeah, I love it there. Yeah.
amazing scenery, amazing kind of wildlife that we got treated to. That was a really beautiful, beautiful place to be. So the first
Yeah.
year we went there.
Yeah, Botswana was good. Yeah, I love it. I love all the places that we go to, really, because it's different.
It's so diverse,
Yeah.
isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
I was saying the other day to Terry, I did a show. I'm sure you must have done it. The Iceman show in Lapland. I don't know if you've done
I've
one.
never done that one.
But that was in minus 32 degrees and it was
Uh,
so cold, but an incredible experience. And then we go to World's Strongest Man in 40 degrees and, you know, various different locations. And then you're in cities and now we're doing shows in different arenas and stuff. It's been, I think us older guys, we've almost experienced so much diversity, whereas now it's more just the arenas for the newer guys.
oh yeah, just the arena, which is pretty good. When you go there and the crowd is just so amazing. You just want to compete forever.
You always get a huge reaction anyway when you come out. You're one of the most popular guys without question.
Well, definitely. I don't know why, but it's just one of them.
Mark,
I love it anyway.
Mark is a genuinely lovely person. You are, or I'm trying. I don't want to embarrass you or anything like that. But Mark is one of the nicest guys in Strongman. He'll always make time for the fans. He's always helpful to younger athletes. And you are just you. I remember my wife now, my partner at the time. She was so impressed by the way you were kind of other guys might have been swearing, and you weren't impressed with guys swearing in front of children or ladies and stuff like that. You've always been a gentleman, so Mark definitely deserves the credit as the nicest person in Strongman.
Well, definitely, you gotta have respect. I mean, I don't like swearing and make myself look foolish in front of people and stuff. Sometimes you just have to like a 7 seconds, to breathe before you even do anything that you don't want to do. Yeah. And sometimes you have to take a deep breath.
It's really nice just seeing how humble you are, because you've had such a long career. You've done incredible things. You've broken world records. You've won titles, and you're just a good, down-to-earth person. So it's been an honor to compete with you, and to be to class you as a friend as well. And I'm going to enjoy just sitting back and watching you compete for a year or two, and maybe we'll compete again together. I think last time, just a quick story before I can let you go. One of the last contests you and me did head-to-head, we went to America for the Open, the North American Open Giants Live show, and they decided to take me and Mark fishing the day before for a little kind of video for the show. I was terrible at fishing. You were pretty good. I think you'd have caught about 5 or 6 fish, and I still had none. And they were kind of trying to joke that it was going to be the same result as the contest, but it was just fun. The contest was fun, but it was just great. We were staying in the same house, and we had Bill Kazmaier there as well. It was just a nice, fun weekend. I really enjoyed it. The contest was good. But it's sometimes the stories and the kind of experiences you have together have been probably the best thing for me in the sport.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you could go on, you could talk forever. I mean, with the experience that we have and stuff like that in the sports, it's always something to talk about. I mean, it's amazing.
There's certain stories we shouldn't let everyone know about.
Well, sometimes good to say, good to keep sometimes.
Definitely. Some things have to stay on tour. But Mark, it's been an honor chatting to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you back competing again. Just quickly, if anyone wants to find you, do you have any social media kind of place? I know you're on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, and also Twitter.
Excellent. So I will put links down below for everyone if you want to follow Mark. Mark, take care. Stay safe. I will speak to you soon, my friend.
All right, same to you, man. Take care, man. Okay.
Cheers, buddy. Bye.